There are games we play as children, games of make-believe, of laughter and light. Then there are games that whisper to the darkness within us. Games born of ancient rituals, steeped in fear and dread. The Midnight Game is one such game. A chilling dance with the unknown, a terrifying gamble with the soul. They say it began as a pagan ritual, a way to punish trespassers or appease vengeful spirits. Others whisper of a darker purpose, a pact with entities beyond our comprehension. Whatever its origin, the Midnight Game has haunted the fringes of human consciousness for centuries, a chilling reminder that some doors are best left unopened. But there are always those who seek the thrill of the forbidden, those who crave a taste of the macabre. For them, the Midnight Game beckons, a siren song of fear and fascination. They gather in the dead of night, armed with candles and salt, their hearts pounding with a mixture of excitement and dread. They are about to invite something sinister into their homes, something ancient and hungry. They are about to play the Midnight Game. The rules are simple, deceptively so. A wooden door, a single candle, a drop of your own blood. These are the tools of the summoning, the keys to unlocking the darkness. At the stroke of midnight, you stand before the closed door, your heart pounding in your chest. You prick your finger and smear the blood on the wood, a symbolic offering to the entity you are about to invoke. Then you knock 22 times, a slow, deliberate rhythm, each knock echoing in the silence like the beat of a death knell. As you knock, you chant the words, "An invitation and a plea, Midnight Game I want to play." The air grows heavy, charged with an unseen energy. The shadows in the room seem to deepen, writhe, as if something is stirring in the darkness beyond the veil. The final knock falls silent. You extinguish your candle, plunging yourself into absolute darkness. The game has begun. The entity is listening, and it is coming. For the next 3 hours and 33 minutes, you must wander your darkened home, a prisoner in your own sanctuary. The entity is hunting you, its unseen presence lurking in every shadow. You can feel its eyes upon you, cold and malevolent. The air crackles with static, the temperature plummets, sending shivers down your spine. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of leaves outside your window, every whisper of wind down the chimney sends a jolt of fear through your veins. Your senses are heightened, your every nerve on fire. You are hyper-aware of your surroundings, yet blind in the suffocating darkness. The only light you are permitted is a single match. You can strike it if you feel the entity's presence growing too close, if the fear threatens to overwhelm you. But the match will only burn for a few precious seconds, a fleeting respite from the encroaching darkness. And each time you strike a match, you risk drawing the entity closer, intensifying its pursuit. The rules are absolute. You cannot leave your home until 3:33 a.m. You cannot use any light other than your single match. You cannot speak to the entity, acknowledge its presence, or attempt to communicate with it in any way. Any violation of the rules will incur its wrath, a punishment too terrible to contemplate. Some say the entity feeds on fear, growing stronger with every surge of terror that courses through your veins. Others whisper of physical attacks, of scratches, bites, and burns inflicted on those who dare to break the rules. There are stories of madness, of players driven to the brink of insanity by the relentless psychological torment. The entity is a shadowy predator, toying with its prey, driving them to the edge of despair. It whispers your name, mimics the voices of loved ones, conjures hallucinations designed to break your spirit. It is a master of psychological manipulation, exploiting your deepest fears and insecurities. Your only defense against the entity is a circle of salt. It acts as a barrier, a sacred space that the entity cannot cross. You can create these circles throughout your home, small islands of safety in the sea of darkness. But the salt is finite, your supply limited. You must use it sparingly, strategically, always aware that the entity is watching, waiting for you to make a mistake. The circle of salt offers a temporary respite, a place to catch your breath and steel your nerves. But it is not a guarantee of safety. The entity can still observe you from beyond the barrier, its presence felt like a weight pressing down on your chest, suffocating you with dread. The salt is a symbol of purity, a ward against evil. But it is also a reminder of your vulnerability, of the precariousness of your situation. You are trapped in a game of survival, a desperate struggle against an unseen force that holds your fate in its hands. As the minutes tick by, the game takes its toll. The constant fear, the relentless pressure, wears you down. Your mind begins to play tricks on you, conjuring shadows and sounds where none exist. You see things out of the corner of your eye, feel the brush of cold fingers against your skin. The entity whispers to you, its voice a sibilant hiss that slithers into your thoughts. It taunts you, mocks your fear, promises unimaginable horrors if you fail to survive the night. It feeds on your despair, growing stronger with every flicker of doubt. The darkness itself seems to press in on you, a suffocating blanket of fear. You are lost in a labyrinth of your own making, haunted by the entity you have summoned. The game has become a nightmare, a waking horror from which there is no escape. The most terrifying moment comes at the end, in the final minutes before 3:33 a.m. The entity will make its final play, a last-ditch effort to break you. It will appear at your front door, its presence undeniable, its power palpable. You will hear its footsteps approaching, heavy and deliberate, each step sending tremors through the floor. The doorknob will rattle, the wood groaning under the strain of its assault. You will be paralyzed with fear, unable to move, unable to breathe. Then you will see it. A glimpse of its true form through the keyhole, a fleeting image seared into your memory. What you see will depend on your deepest fears, your darkest nightmares, but it will be enough to shatter your sanity, to leave you forever haunted by the memory of the entity you summoned. If you have followed the rules, if you have survived the night, the entity will retreat at 3:33 a.m. The oppressive atmosphere will lift, the shadows will recede, and the silence will be broken only by the sound of your own ragged breathing. You will be left in a state of shock, your body trembling, your mind reeling from the ordeal. The darkness will no longer hold its terror, but it will forever be tainted by the memory of the entity's presence. You will have played the midnight game and lived to tell the tale, but you will never be the same. The Midnight Game is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of our world. It is a story whispered around campfires, a legend passed down through generations, a chilling reminder that some games are best left unplayed. But the fear it evokes is real. It taps into our primal instincts, our innate fear of the unknown, of the darkness that surrounds us. It plays on our vulnerabilities, our anxieties, our deepest fears. The Midnight Game is a mirror, reflecting our own inner demons back at us. It challenges our sense of security, our belief in the rational world. It forces us to confront the possibility that there are things beyond our understanding, forces that we cannot control. Is the Midnight Game real? Is there truly an entity that lurks in the shadows, waiting to be summoned? Or is it just a story, a figment of our collective imagination? The answer, like the game itself, is shrouded in mystery. There is no definitive proof, no irrefutable evidence to support its existence. But the stories persist, passed down through generations, each retelling adding to the legend's power. Perhaps the truth is irrelevant. Perhaps the real power of the Midnight Game lies in its ability to tap into our deepest fears, to make us question the nature of reality, to remind us that there are still mysteries in this world that we may never fully comprehend. So the question remains, dare to play?